Good morning, BaccaratNation. Hello. It is a Saturday morning, and hopefully we are live on Facebook. Hey, I see it going, so it must be happening. Okay. Let me pause that. Okay. Just want to make sure we're all set here. Okay. Cancel that out. Okay. Welcome back. Hopefully this sounds a whole lot better than the last video did. That was really embarrassing just to put up because the audio quality was just so horrible. As I mentioned, I was using my webcam mic, which is like way up here, and I didn't know that I was doing that. So hopefully this sounds a whole lot better. The only reason I did post that other video up is it was a great example of how I worked myself out of a hole where I got up to a 4th level double up. So that's the only reason I even put it up, because otherwise I can't even stand to listen to it because it's so bad, and the quality is just, for me, is just so horrible because it's way below my standards. But I'm not sure on the chat feature, there's supposed to be a special thing that you're supposed to click to let me know who is asking a question, and it may or may not pop up on my thing. Facebook's been a little iffy. YouTube Live I haven't had any issues with, but that's why we're testing out stuff. But anyways, I'm gonna run through some stuff. This is day 29 of 30 days of winning. And yesterday, I didn't even know this. I thought I had a lot more money than I should have. Well, not a whole lot, but it was like I was up $100 more, and it turns out that FanDuel decided to give me a $100 bonus I didn't even know I had. So I worked through it and got it. So that put me way ahead of schedule. And today on day 29, I actually only need $23 to meet my daily goal, because I played a little more during later at night. So, you know, I play throughout the day. I'll play these little $25 sessions, still using the $2 base bets, and which is, it's just working out really great. Because the bankroll ratio to the $2 is just really good. And like I said, anyways, I got $23 to get through day 29. So we're going to play that session here live, see what we can get. Also, as opposed to the last video, I remembered to put the my promotion on. There's a Saturday promotion going. That's bet $200 to get $20. So I will be keeping track of that as we go along. So let's just get things going here. Oh, profit to date is $5,777.15. So we are looking to bring that balance up to $5,800 today. And like I said, we are going to be going for a $25 win. So let's get things going here. Let's get over to FanDuel, if I haven't been logged out. Over to my favorite games. Gonna bring up my favorite best RNG in the world. Yeah, finally figured out how to make that full screen. All right, let's see what we got here. Unmute, and I'm gonna bring up some shoes here. Start off bringing up 6 hands, see if there's anything I want to jump in on. Let's go table E. Still got that $5,000 chip up there. That just scares the heck out of me. Maybe I can't click it on. Let's see what happens if I click it. Okay, I can't. So it's really like a $5,000 marker and not an actual chip. So that's a little better, because I'm always afraid in the heat of rush, instead of doing a $5, I'm doing $5,000. And that would be scary. And there, get that off. Okay, so enlarge that. And we are going to start things off with a $2 bet on player. And we start out with a win. That's always good. Where are my... Oh, there we go. There's the comments. Okay, if anyone is able to place a comment, try and put a comment. I want to see if it comes up on mine. It says I can't post to Facebook group, so I don't know if you can. So probably not. Anyways, we'll just carry on here. So we got that win. That puts us at 538. Started at $6,536.46. The initial goal will be 560 to get it to $6,561, which would be a $25 win. But I am playing through the $200 bonus, which are $200 bets to get $20. So I need to take $2 off my 200 there. So this might turn out to be a long session because I do want to get my bonus. So this will be a typical day how I start things off. So here we go to, we're going to go with Banker this time for $2. And Banker wins again. Well, not again, but 2 in a row. So that puts us at 540. Okay. And we're going to be just doing the P4. So we're going to be betting chop every time until one side or the other has 4 in a row. Then we'll jump on that side and continue with the trend. Or I may throw in some V87 along the way if I feel the shoe warrants it. And that's part you just got to watch and see how I interpret shoes. So here we go. Player for $2. Let's see. I think I missed my last bet, so that's down. I wonder if I can put my calculator like up here. You can see what I got to do. Make it a little smaller. Hopefully I won't forget. I think I just did another 2, so I got 194 to go to get through my rollover. Or to meet the, what is he? It's too early for this stuff to get my $200 in bets that I need to make to get $20. All right, let's keep things rolling here. We lost that one, so we're going to go 2 units to player for $4 bet. Okay, and we're going to minus $4, so we're down to 190. That seems about right. And I won that one. Got too much stuff going on here. Losing track. All right, back over to Banker. And Banker wins. Put this at 544. Minus 2 is 188. We want to get that to 0. So we go $2 to player. I'm loving this so far. Nice tight 1-2s on the top lines. That's what I want to see. Banker wins that one. So we rebet, add 1 unit. Player wins. 546 minus $4 brings it to 182. Continue on to Banker for 2. Banker wins. 548 is the balance. Minus 2 more bucks. 180. And another bet. to player. And player wins. 550. 178. Back to banker. Player won that one. So we go to a $4 bet on banker, rebet, add 1 unit. And banker takes it. So up to 551 minus $4 brings it to 172. Loving this shoe, especially for trying to get through my placing $200 bets, because works out great with the twos. Because I don't mind betting a little more to help me get through the $200 in bets. So we are back to player for $2. And we win that one. 553. And go to banker. Player won that one. Rebet. Add 1 unit. Banker takes it. Up to 555. I checked out a live dealer table last night. I was going to play, but it was like down to the last card. I was like, rats. It was a nice tight pattern like this one, 1s and 2s, which I don't rarely see on the live dealer. It's always these horrible looking shoes. So that's why I don't even bother going over there. Down to 168. Plus, it takes so much longer. It's like, why would I want to deal with all that nonsense? Sometimes it's fun, but most of the time I just want to get through, make my money. All right, banker won that one. Going to rebet. Add a chip. Banker won that one. So, first time we're going to go to a third bet here. So we're going to go, oops, and let's see, that's 4, 5, 6. I think I missed my last 2. Let's see. Was it 168 minus 6? Yeah, okay, now 162. Now we'll bet $6 on player for one more time. See what happens here. All right, player takes it. And whenever we win on a third bet like that, we just drop right back to base. 1 second. Want to figure out how. Want to jump over to get the Facebook up here in case if anyone could try and post a question. I want to see if it comes up on my chat. If not, I'm going to bring up the Facebook group. See if there's any. Leave a comment there. I guess that's the only place you could leave a comment. But geez, try and do this. Okay, there we go. Okay, I don't see any comments, so we will just continue on here. And let's see what happened there. We won. Okay, so we're at -6. Brings it to 156. Kind of a little tedious to keep track, but it's important to keep track. Okay, and we're back at 555. Like I said, we're going to drop back to base bet. And right now, I'm just going to continue on with the P4 to banker. Player won that one. -2. And we're going to rebet. Add a unit. Player won that one. Back to a third bet again here. -4. And we're going to go $6 to banker. And banker wins. Okay. -6. 144 and back to 555 again. All right, that's the part I don't like about the threes. It can get a little monotonous. You're not gaining any ground. But we will carry on. Back to base bet on player. Okay, player won that one. Banker for 2. Player wins. So we will rebet, add a unit, and deal it up. Tie. Just going to rebet. As far as I know, I don't get credit for a tie, so I won't include that. Player 1, back to another 3. If I get too many of these 3s, I will just go to another shoe because it gets a little, like I say, monotonous doing that. Spinning my wheels. So we're going to rebet. And sorry, I lost my train of thought. I did lose, so we're back to a $6 bet. And bet the banker. There we go. But the same course, it helps me get through these bets by betting a little more. So that puts us at 557, 134 to go. Back to banker. And banker wins. $5.59. Oops, how did I win that one? I got confused. That should have been a player bet. Apparently I bet the wrong side. Yes, I did. Oh well, paid off. I'll still take the money. So we will now go to player for 2. Too much going on. Banker 1. Another 3. Add a chip. $4 to player. Well, the 3s are hitting today. Brings us to 561. Minus $4. It's at 126. Okay. Won that one, so back to base bet. Going to banker. Lost that one. Rebet. Add a unit. Here we go again. Banker wins. I missed one again. That was at 126 minus 6 down to 120. Up to 562, which meets the $23 I needed to get to reach my goal today. So that means day 29 is completed. Which puts profits up at $5,800. So just $200 remaining, providing I don't tank on this session, to reach my $6,000 goal in 30 days. So we continue on here. What happened? We won. Okay. 1, 2. -2. We're at 562. I think I messed it up. I think I'm at 120. Okay. And we go to player for 2. Tie, we're going to rebet. Lost that one. Rebet again. Add a chip. Let's see. One loss. 6. Not sure. I might have gotten something got messed up, but I'm going to go to 6 here. So I think I messed up. And we get a tie. Just in case I did. Banker wins that one. Gonna bump it up. We're going to do our first double up here to $12. Banker wins that one. Next bet will be for $14. And finally, we're going to do something different. We're going to jump on the banker side for $14. And banker wins that one. I need to get re-caught up here because I'm behind. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Minus $12 in bets, plus minus 12 more, minus 14. Okay, down to $82 to bet. Okay, so we won the 14, so we're going to drop back down to the $12 bet. Actually, I'm going to drop down to 10 because that's all I need to get ahead from where I was. So come on, bank. Let's keep this streak going. Banker wins. There we go. Okay, now back to 565 minus $10. That's $72 to play yet. And we're going to go back to base bet at 565. Oops. Let's get the right denomination. $2 to banker. Player 1. I'm going to rebet. Add a unit. Minus 2. Player won that. Rebet up to a $6 bet. And banker wins that one. Puts us back at 565. Let me double check this. I keep getting behind on that one. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Minus 12. What's it? $60 left to wager. Okay, wow. This one was filled with a lot of 2 patterns. But we're just going to stick with what's been working. So we're going to go to player for 2. Player wins. Minus 2. Up to 567. 58. Okay, over to banker side for 2. Player won that one. Repeat. I'm sorry, rebet. Add a unit. Dealer it up. And banker wins. Minus 4. Up to 569. $2. Back to base bet on player. And a tie. So we just rebet. All right. Player won that one. Up to 571. Oh. Back over to banker. Player won that one. Rebet and add a unit. Player wins that one. All right, up to $6 bet on banker. And banker takes it. Puts us at 570. $40 left of the wager 200 to get $20. Providing I didn't mess up my totals. We are down to $40. All right, back to base bet. We still got enough, couple decks, looks like 2 decks left. So we'll keep playing on this shoe. $2 to player. Banker wins that one. I need a new column here. All right. Minus 2. Rebet. Add a unit. Deal it up. All right. Player wins. Minus 4. Up to 572. $34 left to play through. Okay, $2 to banker. And banker wins. $574. Back over to player, continuing on with P4. And tie. I'm just going to rebet that. All right, player wins. 2 down. We're at 576 is the balance. Over to banker. Been a really nice shoe. Liking this shoe. Stuff these ties. We might actually get to play through the whole shoe. All right, player wins that one. So we're going to rebet, add a unit to bank. $4 to banker. Hey, here we go. -4. That's at 24 and 578. When I do, if I am off on my wager amount here, we'll see the balance jump up by $20, and I'll know when it's activated, and then I have to play through the $20 to get it. So we're going for it all today here. All right. So where we are, we just won, so we go back to player for $2. Get that. The bet limits for this particular table have changed. Open the bet limits to view the current limits. This is one of the cool things. I mean, it does. It's just like when you're playing live dealer and it gets down to that certain point of the shoe where you got like about a deck left. And the odds are very much in the favor of the player if they've been card counting and keeping track. So just like that, live with the RNG, it gets to that point where it says, hey, you know what? You can really get us. So we're changing the bet limits. And that's just for the bonus bets and stuff. As far as what I'm doing, that stays the same, just like in live dealer. So another aspect to let you know how identical it is to live dealer. Looks like I need to -2. Oh, I must have been off because all of a sudden I have 6,600. So that means I am now playing through my $20 bet. So that means I won $20 for completing $200 in wagers. So we would just finish up these $20 and be done. So what happened? 1, go back to banker, continuing on with P4. $2. Let's see if we can get it on this whole shoe. That'll help. -2. Balance is at 602. Back over to player. All right. I like it, like it, like it. Back to bank. Nice chop going on. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Did I mark that too? I don't know. Back to player. Let's just chop our way to the end of the shoe. Oh, nice, nice, nice. $2 off there. Puts us at 608. We do it again. Silver to bank. Nope, not that time. -2. We're going to go $4 to bank. Lost that one. -4. Should be 8. So we're going to rebet. Add 1 unit. $6 to bank. And banker wins. So at least $2. I may have already made it, but let's finish it off here. To player. And there we have it. Final tally of $6,610.06. What did we end up getting here? 6, 6, 10, 30, 06. I started at 6,536.46 with the $20 bonus. Ended up getting $73.60. So there we go. Going for a $25 win and got 73.60. Sorry, trying to do too much here. Anyways, it's going to wrap things up here. That well exceeded my day 29 goal, so we're well off on to day 30. I'd like to do a live stream on YouTube tomorrow to finish it off for 30 days of winning and finish it off with my goal of $6,000. So that's it. Hope you got something out of this, enjoyed it. Until next time, Baccarat Nation, signing out.